Now to the legal landscape, our legal analyst, attorney Dan Adams, joins us every Monday to break down the biggest cases happening across Wisconsin and the country. Dan, good morning to you. Good to see you. Let's start with Waukesha County's new district attorney. She's now sounding the alarm about a lack of state funding for prosecutors. I know public defense attorneys have also raised this alarm as well. She's calling this a crisis for prosecutions. How could this all impact court cases?
Well, good morning. And you're right. This is a big issue. We just simply don't have enough not only prosecutors in our state courts, but also public defenders. We just have a state's attorney crisis. We've had this for some time, even going back 15 years ago when I was a junior prosecutor in Milwaukee County. There were concerns about not having enough prosecutors just to staff the courts in Milwaukee. In Waukesha, the district attorney is saying this is coming to a crisis point. She believes she's owed 10 more prosecutors. What people should understand is that prosecutors are county by county based, but they're paid for as state employees. However, we've gotten into a system where even though state employees are paid for, at least reimbursed by the federal government with certain grants. Community prosecution, certain domestic violence and crimes against women grants, and HIDTA, which is the high intensity drug trafficking area. Prosecutors are basically all federal grants. We think those are going to contract, which is going to create bigger problems for prosecutorial agencies across the state. So certainly she is correct to ring the alarm bell at this time as the state goes into its budgeting process, that certainly we need more prosecutors and state attorneys across the state.
Yeah, a lot more to come from this. Dan, the U.S. Supreme Court has ordered the Trump administration to facilitate the return of a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador and remains in custody there. The Trump administration admitted to the mistake, but is essentially now saying it's not their responsibility.
Yeah, this is really quite amazing. You have this individual, Abrego Garcia. He was living in Maryland since, I think, 2019. He was not documented. He had no right to be here legally. However, an immigration judge said, because we have concerns about what's going on in El Salvador, we think you could be harmed if you're brought back. You are legally entitled to stay here while we work this out. ICE came in, took him basically out of his car, has brought him to the notorious prison down in El Salvador, saying that he's a member of MS-13, something that he and his family say is complete fabrication. The Supreme Court on Thursday said, the district court, which is the trial court, was correct, and that the administration has to facilitate and effectuate Abrego Garcia's return back to the United States. And not only that, you have to provide status reports about what's going on with him in this prison. The district court has filed an order on Friday saying, yes, bring him back. And just yesterday, the Trump administration said, oh, no, that this isn't over. While the district court can tell us to facilitate what's going on domestically, with any orders with ICE or Homeland Security here, we can't go to El Salvador, or the court can't mandate the executive go to El Salvador and tell that independent sovereign country what to do. They're saying that that would infringe upon the president's authority under the Constitution, which is to be the sole actor in foreign affairs. And so even though the Supreme Court at this point has spoken and given their seal of approval to the district trial court, the Trump administration now is still fighting that order, now on kind of a subject matter issue. Now, we're going to wait to see this week to see if Abrego Garcia is actually brought back, or if the Trump administration continues to push back on the courts.
Yeah, and this
could be a constitutional crisis.
And this could be a big focus of conversation when President Trump hosts the president of El Salvador at the White House today. Dan Adams, always great to have your insight and analysis. We'll see you next Monday for more of The Legal Landscape.